everybody, welcome to another episode of the Footie Femme Fatale podcast, and I am joined by two of my amazing friends, my Footie Femme Fatale friends. I'm gonna introduce them in a bit, so please stick around, because this is the wrap-up for the Euros 2025 in Switzerland, which was amazing, but yeah, I need to discuss this with some people, so yeah, roll the intro.
Turn the volume on for a woman's football show. You're listening to Footie Femme Fatale, a women's football podcast.
All right, Footie Femme Fatale, Chris, thank you very much for that intro. I'm here together online with Kyra. And in person with Wesley.
Hey.
We're matching. We have the Euros kit on.
Yeah, badge and everything.
Your kit, Kyra.
Full kits. I've let the squad down. Sorry, guys.
I guess when you're winning all the time, you don't have to wear a kit.
I like that, Wes. I like that. We're already begun.
Ooh.
Yes.
So, quick introduction. You already know who I am. I'm Tammy. I'm the host of the Footie Femme Fatale podcast together with Kyra, who is also our frequent host here. Kyra, how you've been? How did you comprehend? What was your first response after the Euros?
Man. Just man. Okay, maybe not man. Woman?
Whoa,
No,
man.
woman. No, I'm buzzing. Yeah, I'm still on a high. I mean, it's just the most incredible, victory. But we're gonna talk all about it. But I'm really, really happy.
Yeah.
Nice. Congrats. Well,
Thank you.
I'm gonna say
Thank
this
you.
for the spoiler alert. Yeah.
I was just gonna say this is a bit of a spoiler, but before we move on, I just want to introduce Wesley. Wesley
Thank you.
is one of our former co-workers at the same company we worked at, and you're actually a sports editor,
Yeah.
which means you know everything about sports.
That is exactly what it means. I've got zero questions and all the answers.
I can testify.
So,
He
yeah.
knows a lot. He knows a lot.
He does know a lot. So the reason why we invited you is like you know a lot about sports in general, and you also have an interest in the women's sports. We've went to, I don't know, 2 games together, 3 games.
I think at least 3. Like,
Bro.
Netherlands against the USA. We went to the Women's Champions League in Enschede.
Oh yes, I am.
The game in Breda was against Germany.
Yeah.
Chelsea.
And then
And Chelsea you said. So yeah, I think 4 then. 4.
Damn, that's more than I thought.
Damn.
Wow.
that's more than you, Cara.
Yeah, for sure. Oh.
All right, so welcome, Wes. We're happy to have you here, and we're curious to see your insights, and also if you view it from a women's football point of view. Of course, you're welcome. Compared to the women's football, I think it's going to be a nice little discussion here. In case you didn't know, we also posted a lot of pre-match information slides, and I just want to shout out to all the amazing contributors that contributed to our Instagram account. So in this case, Anton, thank you very much. Alba, Olivia, and Emma for contributing to our content on our Instagram. So at Footie Femme Fatale. So let's roll over to the next section, which is the footy matches, in this case, footy matches of the Euros 2025.
I mean, I'm just gonna have to rewind because Craig David reference, just FYI. Yes.
Select.
Oh my gosh. Thanks, Wes. Thanks. Sweden versus. Well, I mean, no, the group stage. Like it started as we spoke about. Well, I spoke about in one of the roundups in the group stage. We lost. Wait, did we lose the very first match?
Yeah,
We did,
against France.
against top-ranked France. Well, not number 1 ranking, but top side, and it was like I would say it was. I don't know if it was a shock, but it wasn't a good start. Like no one wants to start a group stage
No.
tournament with a loss. We looked unstable. A lot of the news was saying, "What's going on? Maybe this is the second." You know how the second tournament is always like, "Oh, they've done it.
Yeah,
They're not going to be able to recover." Right? We hear that.
bit of an eye-opening experience, perhaps.
Yeah. And I also had some like mutterings that maybe Serena's like not got it because she obviously has it, but just maybe you know how coaches run their lengthful
Yeah,
career or whatever.
exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, that was the group stage. That's how I remember just the loss. But then it came back. But we obviously.
Yes, we know. The Dutch people know very well.
Wow. Another spoiler.
Oh
I
my
mean,
god! Yeah, of course. We're my favorite Nederlanders. Let's talk about that.
whoa.
Oh, sorry, Tati. No, but I mean that was a
needs to be a
shock.
separate. That's a separate episode.
No, yeah.
But
I can do a separate episode about my disappointments. No, don't.
in case anyone's
yes.
forgotten, what was the result, guys?
4-0.
I'm terrible. Was it 6-1
Actually,
or 6-0?
actually, I did forget.
4-0.
I actually did forget.
yeah,
4-0. I was like, really? Oh,
Yeah.
that's terrible.
No, man.
It was awful.
Well,
Yeah.
But
Well, can we
Mm.
touch on it a little bit briefly? What was the reaction like in the Netherlands? I was in the UK at the time, but what was the reaction like?
I mean, similarly to when England lost, where everybody was like, Serena Wiegman doesn't know what to do or she's doing blah, blah, blah. Same thing here. And we already know that Andries Jonker is
Yeah.
leaving or
Yeah.
has left now.
Yeah.
So it was like reconfirming, like, see?
But like he's done.
He doesn't know what he's doing, blah, blah, blah. Like one of the stats was the team, the player on the Dutch team that had the most passes was Daphne van Domselaar, the goalkeeper. So
Yeah. For those keeping score at home, that's not a great stat.
that's not
Yeah,
a good
indeed.
stat.
Indeed. Never good.
And so yeah, now
Yeah.
everybody was like, oh, and then the annoying thing was there was all these men stepping up. See, women's football is shit. See, I told you, it's still
Yeah.
nobody cares, nobody's watching. Blah, blah.
Yeah.
It's horrible to watch. Based on one game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
It's a bit
exactly.
of shame, right?
Yeah.
Like because of the momentum, like
Yeah.
there appeared to be like momentum going our way, and like perhaps like more people intending to watch.
Yeah.
I haven't heard about like the actual rating, but I feel like at least the intent was there more. So to then lay a huge egg the way we did. Yeah, I also personally felt that Anders Jonker, like his time is gone. Because we still have a talented squad. Like most of our players, they play at good teams. They've experienced a lot. Like they're not inexperienced. You know, it's not their first rodeo, and we still perform well against like the lesser opponents. But anytime we're facing a good opponent, we of late over the last year we just get clobbered. It feels like.
For sure. And people keep referring back to the golden age when the Netherlands won in 2017. But if you compare those matches, like in general, of those that Euros to this Euros, it's like you can't even. It's like a whole different game, even whole different time period. So it's so unfair to say, well, what happened? Like we were the champions. Yeah, but women's football is growing exponentially.
Oh, absolutely. Like you can tell. I distinctly remember in 2017, for example, like England were on the were coming up, but weren't necessarily they were still like reaping the benefits of like their recent investments. Spain wasn't a factor, you know, like, and that's not to take away from our win because it was a great win, but like the competition has grown like almost exponentially.
For sure,
for
yeah.
sure.
You remember, I think I shared with you, Tammy, that in 2017, the top leagues in the world still had like people that had another job. Do you know what I mean? Like the WSL,
Yeah, that makes sense.
the league, they all had 2017. That's not even that long ago, and look where we are now.
Not even a decade.
Indeed,
Crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the group stages were fun for some teams and for other teams were not that fun. I did enjoy Switzerland. They did very well, I think. And
The team or the country?
both.
Okay.
We can
Both,
talk
yeah,
about the
both
tournament in
did
a bit, like later. But no, the team, I think the home crowd thing is really a factor when it comes to playing,
Oh yeah.
where you're
Well,
playing.
yeah. Did you?
So the
did
fact
you
that
see that?
Switzerland went through,
Yeah.
it was like really unexpected because they're like 34 or something on the ranking.
And you could argue that, well, perhaps not their best player anymore, but Ramona Bachmann,
Oh, yeah.
like the veterans, like she tore ACL like a month before the start of the tournament, and she's like one of their most creative players. So to still advance without her, I was really impressed.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure.
Wow, I totally forgot that was good shout that they lost their star player just before.
Right. Former Chelsea player.
See
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
that.
Yeah, of course.
Got that out. Got that out.
Fix that in post.
All right. So then, when we went through the group stages, so England went through, the Dutch were not through. So I guess that was the biggest upset. I think most countries were expected to go through from the group stages, right?
Yeah.
So then we moved on to the quarterfinals. So we just picked some games that were insane. Well, first of all, let's talk about Sweden England,
Oh, this
because this match was nail biting. So in case you don't remember, Aslani scored the first goal in the first 5 minutes of the match.
Oh yeah.
And then Stina Blackstenius scored
She's
the second
so
goal
good.
for
She's
Sweden.
so good, Blackstenius.
Yeah.
What a name, by the way.
She-
I
Oh,
love it.
And she lives up
Blackstenius.
to it. That's the amazing part. I like, how do you live up to a name? That's Blackstenius.
And then, let me think, was it in the last 10 minutes?
Yeah,
I
it was
think? Yeah.
79.
It was like
Yeah,
it's like the
79th minute.
79-81 or something.
Yeah, Lucy
Yeah.
Bronze with a
What
header.
the F?
And then your favorite,
Oh,
Kyra.
Oh, yeah. What a hero. Lucy Bronze. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
Lucy Bronze is the engine or the pit bull or whatever she's called. Like,
Both.
she is a
Both.
right.
Got the dog in her.
Get that. And then the two who was scored by, I always forget how to pronounce her name. You know. And
Oh yeah. Oh, she's still super young, right?
she's super
19.
Oh, she's good.
90.
She's so good. Like
So
if she's gonna start someday, or like she's gonna ruin defenders.
But my question is to both of you, because I'll be really real with you. I think I remember when they announced the England squad that they said that she was an unexpected addition. But had you? I mean, she's 19. Have you either of you heard of her?
No.
She was like came out of
No,
nowhere.
this was my introduction to her. His tournament was my introduction
I think
to
a
her.
lot of
Say
people
it.
was the
Yeah.
introduction. Like, who's this?
Yeah.
Who is this? Indeed, like what this fearlessness. Maybe that's what it
Yeah.
is. You come into a tournament, you've never experienced it. You're young.
She definitely plays fearlessly. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, crazy.
I remember, like, perhaps like her most memorable moments was a shot that didn't go in. I forgot against who it was. The one that ended up against a crossbar, but like maybe it was against England. I think it may have been like after England like equalized, and she like chipped the goalie, and it was such a cheeky effort, and it just happened to hit the crossbar. But it was so good.
Wasn't that the semi? I think that was the semi.
It could have been a semi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they just leveled and then that one, or they almost leveled one of the two.
Yeah, I think so. Like it would have been the winner from what I remember. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so that
sorry, we get
quarterfinal
so excited here,
went-
guys.
We're all reliving it again. It's been a month ago.
Yeah.
And still. No, actually, it's been a few weeks. But yeah, so that went into penalties. So extra time, then penalties. And that was, I know we were texting, and you said, which I found, I was like, yeah, is it though? Because you said it's really like it's an embarrassment for women's football, this penalty shootout. So how, enlighten us. Why would you
Thank
say?
you for bringing that up, Tammy, because I felt I was speaking also to a few other male football friends of mine as well, and I said it to them, and I looking back, I think anyway. Point is, I feel like it. I don't know, Wes. You've probably got really good memory of many penalty shootouts. I just felt like how
All shootouts.
right. I just feel like how this was. If I remember correctly, 4. Don't reference me 100%, but it was something like 4 or 3 out of 16 or something like that went in. And I don't know.
Right.
I watched it and I thought, how can all of these be that bad? I think it was the quantity, right? And I think that's what I
Right.
meant. And I don't know if I think differently. What did you think of that, Tammy, when I said that? And what were
I
your thoughts
mean,
on it? Yeah.
I thought it wasn't that bad, but then again, I don't have the same memory as Wesley or you for men's football, so I don't have that reference. But then at the same time, I felt like the goalkeepers were really good, especially the Swedish one. She stopped like 3 of them.
Yeah,
So,
true.
is that a bad penalty then? Or is it a good penalty for the goalkeeper?
That's a good
right?
point.
So,
That's a good point. Yeah. And
So
what
I don't-
about like
yeah.
missed ones? Do we then count
the missed
that?
ones, yeah. I think that would be bad on the player, obviously. So, yeah, some of the winning one that Sweden could have had with the goalkeeper against the goalkeeper,
Yeah.
Falk,
Yeah.
that was bad because she blew it over. Like,
Right.
that was bad. But I wouldn't say it was that bad. Like, if it was really bad, it would have flown all over the place. Like, that's bad.
True,
You know what I mean?
true.
But,
Also, it just happens, right? Like, I think whenever there's a bad, quote unquote, bad shootout in the men's game, like we just gloss over it. Yeah, you know what I mean. So like,
That's
it's a bit of a shame
interesting.
that we do like some micro analyzing. Like,
right.
when I watched the penalty shootout, I didn't even like realize how many misses there were because I just enjoyed the drama. It's like, yeah,
same.
yeah, let's just enjoy the drama, and then afterwards I'm hearing like, oh, this is look at these stats. I'm like, yeah. Not that.
So neutral fan. I know you were for England, and but I really enjoyed the whole.
I was
tension because
dying.
It was so
Yeah, it was amazing. Yeah.
It was.
So
Yeah.
I feel like if you go into the shootout with like good intentions and as a neutral viewer, how do you come away from the shootout with like complaining? It was such drama with like even the goalie trying to take the deciding PK, and the goalie had been so good, so I was like, oh, surely she's gonna nail it if she's taking the 5th one, and then she steals it all on the other side, and I believe Sweden had like after that moment like, still 2 other opportunities to win it, and obviously they both missed. So wow, it was great.
It was, as a neutral fan, it was great. But for Kyra, it was.
Oh yeah.
No, yeah, I agree with you guys. For the women's game, like the fact that it was so dramatic and entertaining, as you both said, was fantastic, right? I think we can't. And I don't think, from what I read, nobody spoke about it like that in a negative way after that. It was more like, who's watching this
All right.
tournament? And why are you not watching this
Yeah.
tournament? Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Exactly. So moving on, like we have 2 more. The semifinals. I'm just gonna pick Germany and versus Spain, which was so. In this case, the reason why I put this down because it was 0-0 for a long time. Look, literally extra time 0-0. So normally you would think 0-0 was like very boring to watch, but this was not boring. It really could go either way. And same thing here. The goalkeepers kept the game like alive.
Yeah,
Crazy.
very good defending.
So good.
Very
yeah.
good defending. And then Spain, well, Bonmati made
Hey.
in extra time, which was such a Bonmati goal, like
Wow.
switching around past the defense in an impossible short corner.
was
Yeah.
Passing
amazing
on the
goal.
over. Yeah.
Wow.
It was resourceful.
She's so good.
And bear in mind that we already discussed this, but Bonmati was in the hospital like a month earlier.
Right?
Oh, you couldn't tell.
Yeah.
Malaria, right? I mean, let's
Crazy.
just put that out that she had malaria.
Wasn't
No, she had the sinuses.
Oh,
infection.
right.
Oh, wait.
I thought it was malaria. I think I'm mixing that up with another famous person. But she had a serious sickness. and then-
yeah.
yeah, she's so talented. I watch her play. I'm like, wow.
Yeah. I love that she had the goal to try it, to try. What an effort! Like real time, I did not think she would go for that angle, and but when I saw the replay, I noticed like just as she was about to shoot, the goalie was like giving instructions to the defender, and that told me that the goalie didn't expect it to go in or like for her to shoot either. So like everything felt just right. It was it was a great moment.
So Bonmati actually said in a press conference, like, we've studied on Katrin Berger.
There you go.
And we knew she wasn't defending the short corner.
No way.
That's why I went. That's crazy.
Bonmati and me on the same level. We're on the same.
What? And
Yeah.
do we agree that Anne-Katrin Berger kept Germany in? Like, do you feel like Germany were really good or in that game, or was the goalkeeper? Do you know what I mean? Like, was she the reason why they were still
I
in
don't
at that
I don't
extra
want to
time, right?
call it a yeah. Well, it was a very balanced game though. Like the Spanish goalie was also good. You know, I thought more so than just the goalie. I thought like Germans' defense was really good.
Nice.
Like,
Nice, yeah.
like yeah, like neutralized a lot of would-be opportunities. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
True.
Very good. And they deserved to be in the semi-final, both teams, right? They were that good in the tournament.
Oh
Yeah.
for sure.
Mm.
Yeah, Germany had been on a roll
Yeah.
like over the last year or so. They're definitely back. I feel like.
For sure. And then we move on to the final, which was literally a week ago. No more. No, wait. Last Sunday.
So,
Yeah, a week ago. So yeah, it's Monday today, guys. In case you wondering. But yes, it was a week ago.
Oh,
England versus Spain. So I just want to ask you, Kyra, since you were in England, how was the vibe before the match? Like, what was the intention? Did people have a lot of faith in it, or were they, afraid?
mm,
You know what? From what I was reading, yeah, it was it was on all the billboards, it was on all the adverts, you know, like here we'd have it on the Albert Heijn, it was there, it's like the Tesco's and the Waitrose, the adverts. It was in general, I think it was like quiet confidence, but obviously like it's Spain again. There was a lot of it's again. It's like this is painful because we've
Sure.
been there. But I would say
yeah.
quiet, non-cocky confidence, which is not typical of England. I think sometimes we can be over cocky. But wow, yeah, the vibe was it was very much like a summer of sport and hope and positivity. I don't know what we had just before, but there was something else going on. And people were just it was good. It was really good. Yeah.
So would you say there was a healthy respect for Spain, but at the same time the mindset may have been like if anyone is able to overcome this challenge, it would be the Lionesses.
I think so, yeah, especially after the penalty and then the Italy, I think it went to extra time. There was like a momentum. I think that there was it was still very much like Spain again, you know. We'd been there and we played in that last final not great, if I remember correctly. And then it wasn't good. It wasn't good, so bit of nerves. I'm smiling because we know how it ended.
Yeah, so let's talk about the final. Obviously, England versus Spain. Spain as a World Cup champion, which is also on this thing here, says FIFA World Cup champion 2023, so the most recent big tournament before the Euros. But let me think, how did it go? I already forgot. So to be honest, I didn't really watch it thoroughly because I was at milkshake.
Oh yeah,
Wow,
sorry.
yo, cut that.
Cut that out. She was at a festival.
So it's a rewatch. Yeah, sorry. I was a true Footie fan. I tried to watch. There's pictures of me watching it on the phone while we're making it pictures. So
All right, edit those pictures in.
I will. So, but Wes, did you watched it? Where did you watch it?
I did watch. I was also on the road a little bit. Like I had some cat sitting duty when the game started. So and then like halfway to the second half, I had to move. I went to a bar to finish watching the game. But from what I initially did catch was that Spain were the better team, I would say. Deservedly got a lead, if you don't mind me saying that.
I agree. Yeah, first.
But then, you know, honestly, I thought. Oh, yeah. Apologies. Honestly, I thought that Spain would like comfortably hold their lead.
Yeah.
But then maybe my goal of the tournament, I want to say, obviously a clutch moment to equalize like relatively deep in the second half, but the degree of difficulty against arguably stronger opponent, all that coming together because she was like leaning backwards and hanging while heading in the opposite direction, which is like one of the toughest things to do, right? So when she nailed the head, I was like, shouts to you. That's such a big way to step up in a big moment like that. So
With our
hats off.
Russia Russo, right?
Yeah, the Russo header.
Russo, yeah.
Nice.
Like, and after that, it was kind of like a equal affair, right?
It was really. I really thought it could go either way.
Right.
There wasn't a clear winner, which eventually led to penalties, and then it's really a coin flip, I think. But
Yeah.
but yeah, Kyra, how did you experience the
Oh,
final?
no, I feel like I'm talking about it too much. I enjoy you guys. But no, but I agree with what Wes is saying. Like, we didn't play. There were many shaky moments in the first. It could have ended up like the World Cup final, like where it could have got away from
Right.
us. But I do think the Rousseau goal was a turning point, and also there was a few like,
Yeah.
like it's always interesting when you have people get injured, like Bronze, and then you almost have these
Oh,
like
yeah.
superhero moments where people are like, we can do this, and the momentum is growing, and you're like, you see people that were maybe really tired, like Hemp, they've been running the whole match, and then they suddenly, so they sort of like revived
And-
each other. So it felt like a momentum.
And
moment.
Laura was injured as well for the final.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah, she
remember
had to leave,
Oh, yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lord James, yeah.
So there were these injuries, I think, that maybe sparked some sort of something. They're like, no, what do you call
Extra
it?
adrenaline for
Yeah, exactly. And then when
Like
I
a
saw
next person up.
and then penalties again, I was like, I'm done. I
And
am.
then, like
Yeah.
more pens.
That's insane, guys.
You know who stepped up? The same thing as the last Euros. Chloe Kelly.
That can only be one.
Yeah, and then wow, yeah, we could go. Oh my goodness, Hampton, yeah, the goalkeeper for England.
Oh yes, also
What an
yeah.
incredible story with I don't know, you guys maybe know, like with her eyesight as a kid, she basically was cross-eyed and she had to have corrective surgery. So the goalkeeper,
way.
she couldn't, she
Yeah.
basically can't see what is
To
it?
death, right?
Yeah, sort of distance, which is pretty
Right, like a
pivotal.
depth perception must have been off,
Yeah,
maybe.
exactly, depth perception, that's it. And then she just turned out, and the saves she made, I can't remember off the top of my head, I think it was 2 saves, but at least was it 1?
Yeah, Bomati missed.
Oh my god, yeah, that.
Yeah, of all people.
Yeah. Or I think Hannah saved it then.
I think she saved her pen. Yeah,
can't-
exactly,
yeah.
yeah. But yeah, that was a defining moment. And then the rest, even then I was like, we're not gonna win. I know I always get defeated at the pens. I'm like, just let me accept this, less painful.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
You
Yeah.
know.
Keep the bar low, yeah. Yeah, low expectations, easy to clear and all that stuff.
But I know we were going on and
Yeah.
on, but I mean this genuinely, to see the Spanish faces at the end was really heartbreaking, I think. You saw how devastated they were, and because basically it is lottery at that point, right? Penalties. It did fall for England, but Spain played so well for such a long time. Yeah. The whole tournament.
Yeah.
I think the main thing that Spain felt, and they even said it in the prep, like Bomati said it at least. She was like, England had so much luck in this tournament.
I agree.
So you have to have that on your side too, even though Spain, they won like comfortably most of the time. And then in the final, as you said, the lottery, it went the other way. So I think luck is also a factor we shouldn't be missing out on.
So
next time
true.
in a tournament.
Always, yeah. No one wins the tournament without a bit of luck. And usually those are the forgotten moments. But you can go back in history, and then you're like, oh wow, I forgot that the eventual champions lost the first match of the tournament.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna happen for the Euros because England lost the first match of the tournament.
This is a good
And
point.
Spain lost the first match of the World Cup too.
Oh,
against
good
Japan.
shout. Good memory.
Wow, I forgot. Oh, Japan, my favorite women's team internationally.
Nice. That was a great
There
tournament.
you go.
For sure. Like the expanded format, right?
Oh,
It
yeah.
worked out so well. Well, may I ask you about Chloe Kelly?
Yeah, let's talk about Chloe.
Because
Yeah.
like See, her aura, you know, like her confidence. It's hard to not fall in love with that, right? Like,
You either hate it or you love it. I don't know. Like, I think this.
The perception is,
Yeah.
is she arrogant? Because that was also, I mean, I love it. I
Yeah.
love it because it's cocky confidence, right? But do you think it's perceived as overconfident or rude, or I don't know? What do you think?
like my personal perception is, I view it as confidence, and I would also say I would say there's a difference between confidence and arrogance, and I feel like she's on the confidence side, and who am I to stand in the way of someone's confidence? That's like I'm rooting for it, you know.
Nice.
And I just like we're like, because obviously her reputation is like a killer from was it 12 yards out, right? Like she doesn't miss too many pens. The one she missed though, she scored on the rebound. Like that's silly.
That was
Come on.
crazy. Yeah.
And then her celebration afterwards, you know, she was like, "Hey, take it easy, take it easy."
We all done that. Perfect cue.
Yeah.
Get that on camera.
I mean, it's for me. I thought it was arrogance at first, but
Yeah, tell me.
then
Yeah.
when I saw there was also a lot of male people saying, "Oh, why is she so arrogant? You only won with the rebound, blah blah blah." But you all these ways to like.
Oh,
I know, like-
those reactions were from this turn? Oh, okay.
See, that's what I was
and
also
then-
thinking.
That's why it's always a bit weird to me that when women are arrogant, quote unquote, they get like knocked down by the majority, or not the majority, by a lot of people saying like, you shouldn't be arrogant. Like, this is nothing compared. Immediately they're gonna compare it to, this is nothing. Like the women's team can play like a lower level league, blah blah blah, and stuff like this, which is stupid. But then if men do it, then it's all perceived as like, oh, look at this guy, he's so confident, he's so this and that, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
We're like, that's so weird. And this is not only football, obviously. This is in other sports and
Nice.
other disciplines.
Just life.
Yeah, good point.
Literally.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It's like sort of being proud of being so good and can be attacked or something. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a weird
Yeah.
thing. I'm happy that she's doing it, because someone needs to do. Because if you look at the
Absolutely.
men's
Yeah.
game, there's always these arrogant celebrations and like, what?
Well, yeah. So I feel like she's an important like piece in this puzzle to like break that stigma, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Because like it's so normalized in men's football to have like literally all personalities, from truly arrogant to just confident to maybe even timid or whatnot, and it's all accepted. But yeah, like you just said, like there are some people out there who just tend to microanalyze whenever things look to be outside the norm, basically.
Indeed.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Well said. Well said. Like, I hope that
Anyway.
maybe what she did with that little bit of that confidence and someone younger is watching it, like a young girl, because you
Yeah.
don't see that a lot, and it's like, I'm gonna find my own little celebration or my own little thing that everyone
Exactly
can go
right.
around copy. Did you guys see
Yeah.
that it became a bit of a trend? Her hop
The
skip?
meme.
Did you see? Like, people were just doing
did
it to
see
go
that.
do the washing up. They would
Yeah.
do her hop
Yeah,
skip while
exactly.
in the shower, little hop skip.
Yeah. If Chloe Kelly does the thing, it's like, whoop.
Oh, I did not see those, but that's awesome.
And this is what I really like. Like, it's really
Exactly.
people have seen it. It's not like nobody saw it, and now it's becoming this whole meme.
This is what it's all about, or what it's supposed to be. You know, like she gave us a moment with the hop skip, with the celebration. We're here for the moments as sports lovers in general. That's what we want to see.
Yeah,
Exactly.
beautiful. I'm feeling the love. That's so true. That's what we want to see.
Good.
Tournament football. Yeah.
All right, so we can move on to the next section, which is the Femme Fatales of the tournament. Yay! All right, the next section is, well, we kind of already discussed, but the Femme Fatales of the tournament. So who is our favorite player of the tournament? Kyra, you already kind of spoiled who
I
you like,
know.
but
She.
go for it.
Spoiler.
I forgot already.
Yeah, you remember. So I know. Okay, I keep going on, but so she was the UEFA Women's Young Player of the tournament in the end, Michelle Adjuman. The
Fair enough.
19-year-old.
Yeah.
I want to say she's a Londoner. Maybe I'm claiming her, but I'm pretty sure she's a Londoner.
Go ahead.
No, I'll do it. But no, like the incredible thing about her is that she scored 2 goals, and both were the crucial goals that got us to the next stage or
True.
led us to the next stage. So it was the Sweden one that led us to the penalties, and then Italy. I can't remember if that we didn't have penalties in Italy, right? I'm so traumatized by penalties.
No, just a singular one. Singular.
Oh yeah.
Not
But no,
plural for once.
we spoke about her, super talented and fearless, and yeah, really excited for the future to see where she does. She's at Arsenal, I think. Oh,
I was about to ask.
oh my god,
I
no,
think
she's
so.
not.
That
Is she?
Yeah.
Is she?
Sounds about right. I looked it up. I just forgot.
I think
so. Well, I wouldn't say Arsenal sounds right.
Yeah, we're all right. We know
bad.
our
This is
stuff.
bad.
No,
Oh, no.
we know our stuff. We know.
Oh
our
yeah. Trust us.
We're very
Yeah.
confident with everything. we're saying.
We got our facts. Right, yeah. That's my girl of the tournament, Michelle Adjuman. Over to you
Nice.
guys. Who are yours?
Oh.
Wesley, who is your femme fatale of the tournament?
Ooh. See, yeah, this is tough. Can I name multiple people?
If you think there's more, please.
I like the Norwegian winger, like Hansen.
Kyra Hansen.
Yeah, I really liked her. Like she was eye opening, and then of course she had to play for Barcelona because every good player plays for Barcelona. I kind of spoiled like my potential goal of the tournament, but Hansen also had a potential goal of the tournament. If you remember, it's like she
Reminder.
sort of slalomed like through the defense, and then she chipped, and it wasn't like, if we're being fair, it was intended to be a cross, but she ended up chipping the goalie, and it went in hitting the post. I was like, it was a great goal nonetheless. So I really like her, but I also want to shout out like a lesser known player from Finland. I think her name Katarina Kotila.
Oh yeah.
I think like she plays in Sweden, but like I think she deserves a lot. I think she could play for like a bigger team in the future. We might hear from her again. So shouts to you, Kotila.
Show.
Nice. Yeah, no,
I like that.
So great stuff. I'm trying to think, who did I put out? Oh, I put down
Berger.
Katrin Berger.
Good choice.
Interestingly, she plays for Gotham FC, which is in the US. Similar to Esther Gonzalez, who is not from Barcelona, but is top scorer in the Spain score.
For once.
So yeah. So why did I pick her? So she obviously had a huge role in this quarterfinal, right? Quarterfinal or semifinal? And then also again in the semifinal, and then eventually they lost with penalties. When they won with penalties, she was the big hero, blah, blah, blah. And then she actually said afterwards, she said, no, it's not just me, it's the whole team. And then even when the camera was like zooming in on her, she was like, no,
Wow.
go to the team. So that's
Magnanimous.
yeah. So that's why I think it really says something about her personality, and then also personally, she battled cancer. She's the girlfriend of Jess Carter, so supporting her in everything she does, which we'll also mention later on. So I think it's a really, it's not just a player anymore. It's a goalkeeper, but she's so much more for women's football. So that's why I wanted to pick her.
Wow.
Well said, Tammy.
Heartwarming story.
Yeah, really.
Yeah,
I didn't realize.
Bigger than sport, Kyra.
Yeah, real emotional story. But like, I didn't realize she's been around so long. I went on her wiki, I think, after one of the matches, and I was like, oh, she's not new to the game. She's had a long career. Yeah.
Yeah, crazy.
And
then some honorable mentions. So actually, 2 people in the final from the English squad, they lost someone close to them. So Hannah Hampton lost her. Wait, I did look it up. You have the spreadsheet there.
Oh, Yeah,
Her
so
grandfather. Yeah.
yeah. So Hannah Hampton lost her grandfather days before the final, and then
Wow.
yeah, right, and then Ella Toon, who lost her dad, I want to say last year or the year before.
Oh yeah.
But then the day of the final, she lost her grandma, and then
Yeah.
it was really poignant because we saw some scenes on the pitch, like of her and Leah Williamson crying. And we didn't know at that point what happened, but later on you can put
Right.
2 and 2 together and see how
Yeah.
emotional it was for her. But it's amazing
Yeah.
how, people can just pull themselves through for their team, for
Yeah.
their family, for it, and find another level of strength. So,
For the country.
damn, Wes. It really got, I think it got people really like, wow, she
Yeah.
loves her country, and she, even in her hardest moments, she turned up. But yeah, beautiful.
I
Getting
mean, yeah,
emotional.
it's not it's not any. So if you look at football, it's not only a physical sport. You also mentally have to prepare yourself, and mentally have to overcome these situations and be
Mhm.
strong to pull through and
Yeah,
accomplish whatever.
yeah, for sure.
So yeah, definitely
No doubt about it.
mention for those two. Something that we only hear after the tournament. Also, Lucy Bronze playing with a broken what was it?
What was it? Did she have like a sprained fibula?
No, like a broken
Oh, was it broken?
shin. Yeah.
Broken shin. That is crazy.
Whoa. Oh, like that's ridiculous. What the?
I cannot imagine.
So there you go.
Another
People
honorable
are-
mention for the broken
Yeah.
shin.
Oh dear. All right. So that's the femme fatales of this tournament. Let's move over to the spotlight story, and that's obviously a spotlight on all of the stats of this tournament. So yeah, roll the info
Nice.
for that. The Euros 2025 was hosted in Switzerland. If you followed our Instagram, you could have seen me in Switzerland. I was there in Lucerne, Zurich, and in Basel.
So cool. So
Do you have any questions about my experience though?
Wow.
Because I'm happy to answer any questions about the tournament
you
itself.
go ahead,
Putting us on the
Wes.
spot, Kyra.
I know,
Okay,
I
go
like
ahead.
that.
Oh,
I like you.
Way to deflect. Way to look. Larry, I got a question.
I just want to take a break.
What was your favorite stadium among the three? Isn't it?
Nice
So
question.
my favorite stadium was for sure the Basel one, which is where the final was played as well.
Oh,
Which makes a lot of sense because it was, first of all, it was huge. It had like 3 tiers or 3, yeah.
right. Yeah.
So, and then you would look out and there was this whole huge building and people were in the building also watching the game.
Yeah.
And then the Zurich one I really hated, not only because the Dutch were beaten by England in that stadium, but also it was also a track and field
Right.
big stadium. So it was really far away. I could barely see anything. I was like, oh, this is so shit. I can't see
Yeah.
anything.
You should definitely like clip in or like insert the a photo
Yeah.
of that, because like you're supposed to be like right behind the goal and you're not. You're like
You're not.
at least 50 meters away.
For sure.
Yeah.
It changes the
Yeah.
experience, right?
It
really
did.
does.
I was like,
Definitely.
I can't see shit. Did it go in? I don't know. And then you're just looking at the screen in the
Yeah.
stadium like this.
She's not even talking about the goal that's furthest. She's talking about the near goal.
Whoa. I've
So
got
yeah,
a very,
that-
very specific question, and I always wonder with these tournaments, when you were at some of the matches that you saw, did you see like different, not just people from the countries sitting in, so for example, I can't think of a game right now, but did you have like different people, not from the country, sitting with those fans just for the tournament, just to watch the football?
Right.
Do you know
Oh
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. So there was a lot of
Yeah.
Swiss people that came for the ambiance and the
Ah,
experience.
nice.
Rightfully so.
Nice.
And then,
Nice.
well, I wouldn't say obviously, but as you all probably know, when we do the fan walk, so each game had like a fan zone in the city, and then like you had to walk for an hour or 35 minutes to get to the stadium, and then there would be an organized fan walk.
Oh, okay.
So
fun.
the fan walk with the Dutch is very very famous because, you know, it's just this whole orange army behind the bus and then going from links to yeah.
So good, so good.
And there was a lot of Swiss people dressed up in orange and walking with us
Really?
in Noir
Nice.
because they just wanted to experience it. And the
That's
reason
so
why we
cool.
could tell that they were not Dutch because when we would do like Holland, you would say Holland, but they would say Holland, or like a bit of that thick German accent, like
So good. Do
Yeah,
you
right.
That's so good. Do you have that on video? I hope you do, Tammy.
They're like, oh, what?
Dig that.
You seen Netherlandish, yeah? Right?
But they just wanted to go with the
so
vibes,
cool.
which is so cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
At the same time, these fan walks were mixed. So the first one was against Wales. It was like Welsh people walking among the Dutch people,
Oh, that's so cool.
and it was like
Yeah.
no, I mean, no
Animosity.
no hostile environment, nothing like that at all. It
Nice.
was very friendly. Like everybody was super nice to each
Awesome.
other. And that really made the tournament. It was really good. It was well organized, I must say.
Yeah.
One
Yeah.
thing I already mentioned: public transport was totally free on match day,
That's
so you
really
could just
good.
hop on any train or bus or whatever you needed to go to get to the match, and you wouldn't get fined because you had a match ticket.
Nice. Very good.
So really, they really encourage you to take public transport because it
Yeah.
was very well organized. So yeah, it wasn't really. Switzerland is expensive. Don't be fooled. But but the tournament itself was really
That's right, they can afford you to ride for free on public transport.
yeah. But yeah,
Nice.
no, it was really
so
really
cool.
really well organized.
I got a lot of FOMO watching your Insta. I mean, we're like, she's in it. She's physically there in the whole environment. So that's different. Nice.
Can I ask you a random question? Like, I'm pretty sure the viewers want to know. But I'm hearing this in my ear right now. But what was your favorite snack or food that you had in Switzerland?
Favorite food
Do people want to know?
at the stadium or
Whatever you want. Whatever you want. I'll allow either.
so because it was expensive, we only went out to eat like twice and the rest so we cooked something. But I did have a pretzel in the Swiss stadium. And they had like very good variety. They had like hot dogs or like, you know, proper like meals. And it was expensive, but still it was okay.
Did you have a classic pretzel? Was there any sprinkles
It was a
on the
classic.
pretzel?
Yeah. With the little salt sprinkles.
Oh, that sounds good. Do you have
Yum.
a picture of that?
I don't
Like,
know.
Share it with
pretzel.
the
I've never seen a
fam.
pretzel at the stadium. That sounds like a
No,
proper
me too.
Swiss experience, right?
It was very Swiss. But they also had veal sausages, which I also found a lot.
Oh yeah, right.
Oh,
You walk by fast, that I imagine.
Thank you. Anyway, but yeah, no, that was the tournament as a whole. So speaking of the tournament, we obviously have some stats we can go through, but at the end of the tournament, there's always, I think UEFA does this. They announce like the best player, the top scorer, obviously whoever scored the most goals, which was Esther Gonzalez, who plays for also Gotham City, I think, if I'm correct, not for Barcelona, which was also a weird thing because she was selected. She'd not been selected for the Spanish team before. And now she's the top scorer of the tournament. So there you go. Things can go your way. Best player was Bonmati.
so good.
Hard to argue with.
No words
You it.
necessary. Yeah.
And then young player was
Michelle. Sorry, I said that they were weird.
Yes. So in terms of stats, so first of all, the biggest fan walk, so I already mentioned the fan walk is when you walk from the fan zone all the way to the stadium, like an hour or 2 hours before the match, was the one with Spain and the Switzerland in Bern. 20,000 people attended the fan walk.
Whoa.
That's a lot
That's
of
a lot
people.
Yeah. Wow.
Insane. Biggest
Yeah.
attendance as a whole of the tournament was, in fact, 657,291 people.
Nice.
So let's
Wow.
yeah. a lot of people. Biggest match attendance was France versus Germany. Not even a Swiss match, but France versus Germany, which will also make sense because Switzerland is, in case you don't know, close to France and Germany. This is the one in Basel, which is also really where all those two nations meet. So 34,128 attendance for that match, which was the biggest one. Other stats, Chloe Caddy's winning penalty was 110 kilometers per hour. And the fastest penalty kick in the Premier League by the men's was 109 kilometers. So it was actually faster.
Was that last season? I remember reading that stat, the Premier League comparison.
Oh, wow.
Damn. Whenever I think of like speed of things, I always think tennis for some reason. But it's an important it's an important fact with football, right? Like how quick how fast you hit it, I guess.
Yeah, it's a factor. It's a factor. Like I would say it goes hand in hand with like accuracy, accuracy placement. You know, so like I'm saying this to say that you don't need the most powerful shot to be effective, basically. But obviously, Chloe, she can do either.
True. Shall we do it? And 1, 2, 3.
And also, while we're doing this, only 12.2 million people watched the final. And I don't mean only, that was a sarcastic only, but 12.2 million viewers in the UK watching the final England-Spain, which is insane, to say the least.
It's a great thing to read a stat like that. Again, considering where we've come, where we were, maybe when we were younger, what we saw of the women's game. So it's incredible. That's a big number.
And I've heard another stat that I didn't mention here, but this is the first time that England won a tournament outside of England.
Oh,
that's some history. That's some history. Can we have like a spare moment to talk about Serena and Ian and the coaching team? Oh my gosh. I can't remember Ian's last name. His achternaam. What's his? Thank you, Val. Wait, like what? Just no words. What a combination. What a partnership. Like Serena. I mean, I'll leave it to you guys to talk about her. You must be so proud to have.
This is stat heads.
Yeah, so Serena Wiegman, in case you don't know, in case our listeners or viewers don't know, Serena Wiegman is the only coach, man or female, to make it to a final with 5 tournaments in a row.
I was just about to drop this nugget. She stole it.
Sorry.
All these nuggets. You need to think of a new nugget. Think of a new nugget.
But how do you feel about that?
That's such an insane stat. Like I didn't realize until someone mentioned it during the final, and I went back and I'm like, wow, she keeps going to the finals. Like it's incredible. We already knew she was incredible, but this is one hell of a run. Right? To do multiple teams as well, right?
Yeah.
I'm just in awe. Like it's the Dutch football heritage. I'm putting it to that again. Like
I mean, we had Renee Slegers with Arsenal also this year.
Oh, that'd be beautiful.
I hope her system is just as good. Like we could use
maybe back to the Netherlands team.
Managerial boost.
Yep.
Let's see. Do you guys think she'll leave? What do you think? As in, she's done it all for leaving.
I don't know. I mean, the World Cup. I mean, 2 years there's going to be a World Cup in Brazil, so maybe she'll stay until that.
Maybe one last dance.
Yeah. And then she can move to, I don't know, the US or something.
I'm thinking out loud here, but has she ever won a World Cup? I don't think so.
No, she lost to.
Right.
Yeah.
So, she's definitely gonna stay then. Yeah, like she's got to be motivated to win the World Cup, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. Yeah, this is binding. Don't worry about it.
All right, let's move on to our next segment, which is The Flag is Up. in the flag is up, we discuss anything that's related to diversity, equity, and inclusion, because this is not just a normal women's football podcast. It's so much more than that. Everything that's happening off and on the pitch. In this case, we're gonna talk about onside, meaning that's positive, or offside, meaning that's a bit negative. Beginning with the positive. So we're still talking about England, obviously a bit, back-to-back winners of the Euros. And they went home literally the next day after the final, and then the next day after that, they went to Downing Street to celebrate with the Prime Minister and a bazillion ton of people as well. So this is an interesting fact. The last time they won, which was in England, again, their tournament was in England, there was 7,000 people shouting at them, or celebrating with them. And this year in London, there were 65,000 people celebrating with them in London.
Unreal increase.
I
It's
didn't
not even that,
realize
it's like-
that.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that at all. I remember reading that Leah Williamson and a few of the team, like ahead of the Downing Street, and then they did the outside Buckingham Palace. They had the celebration. Serena danced with Burna Boy. We need to talk about that, all of that. But then I remember they were reading that the girls were really worried that they wouldn't get enough people to stand outside Buckingham Palace. Like there wouldn't be enough people, and in the end, there was so many. So again, it was just not realizing how many people turned up to. And it was a working day. Like people had dropped. I mean, summer holidays. Kids are not in school, but
Yeah, still.
it was really positive to see those numbers. Yeah,
Yeah, really good.
Yeah.
Also
yeah.
on the onside, which is kind of also offside. I put it in the middle because it's on and off. Because UEFA made a statement that they said they lost 35 million euros. Now, Nadine, I forgot her name, the president of the women's football section in the UEFA, she actually said, yes, it's a loss, but at the same time, it's an investment. This is why we invested in this and we invested in that, blah, 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 blah. Because the tournament as a whole, if you look at all the other stats that we already mentioned, is really grown in comparison to the previous one in 2023? No, 2021. So yes, the UEFA made a loss, they said, but then at the same time, it's an investment because next time that loss will be less or will be actually profitable. We'll see.
The first thing that came to me when I read that is like, because I'm always a bit skeptical when it comes to these business-related numbers. I was like, how much of this loss is basically a tax write-off? You know what I mean? It's like, I'm not trying to be like a conspiracy theorist here, but it's quite common to apply creative bookkeeping to this type of deal, and often with you see this with the franchises or like leagues that are in the lift, like it benefits them to stay in the red, quote unquote, in the red a little bit longer than maybe the actuality would suggest, if that makes sense, just because of the benefits. So I'm obviously I'm not in the know enough to know whether this is also happening here, but I just wanted to throw that out there.
Maybe I'll add just a little bit to that. I know it's never good with the conspiracies, but this is actually a fact. UEFA and FIFA obviously have reputation in terms of, I don't know, whatever this safe space, corruption. There was a 2015 FIFA corruption case. All of this to say
The C
that,
word.
yeah, there is something we should always read widely. And I think, not like you say, Tammy, it's positive and negative. And I think when it's sometimes framed that way, it might have people jumping on it to then be like, oh yeah, this women's game is still not up to scratch or something. But yeah, let's not always take that on face value.
No, I mean, there's a lot of big companies that still lose money every year. So it's like,
Exactly.
yeah, take it
For
with a grain of
sure.
salt.
Yeah, you can't take it at face value. There's a lot of context to it, that some of which we do know about, and other factors that we don't know about.
Yeah, exactly. Interesting. So let's go, since we're in the negative side. No, the offside part of the flag is up is when we talk about something that happened during the tournament. So first of all, Jess Carter was one of the headlines during the tournament. This was, I think, after the 2 first matches of England, and she came with a statement. Was it right before the 3rd match, I think, if I'm correct? Or was it before the
Yeah,
quarterfinals?
I think it was ahead of the quarterfinal. Was
Yeah.
it?
So she made
Oh,
a statement. I don't want to quote because I'm not sure what the context was, but basically she was saying that she is getting some racial slur online, and she wanted to, just announce that, I guess, or make it known that this is happening, that it's still happening, or this is during the tournament. And then the English players always take a knee normally, standing up against racism. And then this time in the quarterfinals, they actually stood up literally. So they didn't take a knee before the kickoff, which was very impressive. And at the same time, that statement that Jess Carter did, the FA also made the statement about that. They didn't want to condemn racism. They admire her for speaking up, blah, blah, blah. And then all the players also shared that same statement as well. So it was really powerful to see the support of the team. And then, how important it is to still speak about these matters, and that it is happening, and it's not all, sunshine and rays or whatever.
Yeah.
Um,
Racism is not over.
no, it's not. So, yeah, but Kyra, you were in England when this happened? Because I remember you were sending me the article also.
Yeah. I mean, it's always because obviously maybe you guys remember it when it's not we're England, not the only country, but it was the Italy, the men's final, and the 4 guys that missed the penalty in that tournament. They received a lot. They were all black, and they also received a lot of racial abuse. So it did have a tinge of that. The memory came back of it, especially because Jess Carter was saying she got it since the beginning of the tournament. I mean, you're just starting. What could you have done wrong? And then there was whole thing like maybe she didn't have a good match. She wasn't defending that well, and then she got pulled off.
Right.
But it wasn't related to any of that. But in the end, people just jumped on that and decided to abuse her. And I think, but I want to say that I feel like the support that you saw from the rest of the players in the tournament, it wasn't just the England team. There were lots of people that spoke out, and I think that was great to see always. It's sad thing to see, right?
Sad, yeah. It is. I feel
That's
like
it.
there's always at least one racism issue or case during a big tournament. So it is important to mention. We don't want to brush over this as well.
Right, and that's just the stuff we know about, right? So yeah.
Yeah.
The obviously the point was to increase the awareness, or well, I don't even know if you're able to technically increase the awareness, but just keep it in the news, because there are people probably who are a bit more privileged and are able to think or wonder, oh, maybe it is a thing of the past. So there's always like a good reminder, not at all. And like people are going through it, and it's not easy to go through it, right? Like it may seem like that she as if she's just able to brush it off. Like no one just brushes it off, you know what I mean? Like especially when it's so direct. Like
Yeah. I mean, just what we mentioned, it's not just a physical game, it's also a mental
there you go.
game. So this affects your mental health.
Definitely.
And I think, was it in the quarterfinal that she didn't start? It was the first match that she didn't start because of that. Because I think Serena wanted to protect her a bit as well.
Yeah, that's right.
So she came in as a substitute, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is insane that we still have to talk about this, but this is also why we make the podcast. So
That's right. Yeah. Sure.
Other things that we wanted to mention. So in case you haven't noticed, me and Wes are wearing the lovely special Euros kit. So obviously it's not only about making profit for Adidas and Nike and Puma and whatever, but more so to feel included and be like, okay, I have the special Euros kit. unfortunately, there was one country that didn't have a special Euros kit, so we wanted to mention this, and that was Poland, which was a bit upsetting. Poland's sponsor is Nike, so you would think Nike would have been prepared to make a special kit for it.
Right. Nike is a small company, right?
Yes, they're small. and
Super small.
and so Nike did give out a statement on why they didn't have a Euros kit for Poland. They said, well, Poland qualified very late for us, so we couldn't do it in production.
Ah, that's weak.
That
That's
that is so weak.
Weak.
Come on.
Really? Is that what the statement
Yeah,
was?
yeah, yeah.
I'm shocked.
Yeah. But then prepare for either or.
Right, like what's the excuse? Did they need to hire an intern like last minute? Is that what happened? Like,
Yeah.
Doesn't
weird,
stand.
very
It's-
weird.
I mean, I don't want to say it, but it screams as if they didn't prioritize the women's game, or they
Yeah.
didn't see it as making enough money to what, for example, the Premier League or MLS does. You know, like there was a prioritization.
right, yeah, like of some sort, and it clearly didn't prioritize Poland in this case.
Mm.
Crazy. So yeah, just wanted to
Damn.
mention that that's also something that's happening. It's not just the smaller people on the internet, the trolls. It's also the big companies not helping out these smaller countries, and remember, Poland qualified for the first time for the Euro. So
Yeah, it was a big
that,
deal.
a
And-
kit for
And they won their first match like ever at a Euros, because I'm pretty sure they won the last group stage 3-2 against Denmark.
Yeah.
So yeah, it would have been nice to celebrate in a bespoke kit, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Crazy. Anyway, but we already had a whole podcast about these kids anyway.
Oh, yeah, the shirt.
Yeah. Anyway, and then last but not least, well, yeah, I think this is just a general discussion that is starting to become more and more present now, especially after England won. There's a lot of bold voices coming from the UK talking about women's football and comparing it to the men's football.
Oh,
think-
yeah.
Was it Chloe Kelly? I think Chloe Kelly said, just stop calling it women's football. It's just football. I think there's this interesting turnaround where women's football is more well received, but at the same time increases in criticism. So
Interesting.
something that you
Yeah.
guys also see, or like, how do you view this? Yeah, do you compare? Because I often compare men's to women's, but then I don't know much about men's either. So it's like, I'm not really a good comparison person.
Yeah. Should I go Wes?
you-
I'll keep it short, but I'm really curious about what Wes thinks, because I think I told you, Tammy, when I came on board with the podcast, I was like, you're footy expert, but not necessarily the women's game. And I think I've learned a lot, like I'm familiar with it, but I did grow up watching mostly the men's game, and for sure, I always do it. I always, not subconsciously, but I do compare. I'm like, oh, but in the
Yeah.
men's game, oh, they do this, you know, it's sort of like a subconscious comparison.
Yeah.
But I do start to take into account, and there's been some experts, the pundits, like Jill Scott, for example, the way they talk about it. I'm trying to not mimic, but pay attention to how they talk about the women's game, because they somehow don't talk and compare it to the men. So
Right.
I feel like I'm shifting a little bit, again, more naturally, because I think to me it's just been subconscious. I just had watched
Yeah.
a lot more men's. But I'm curious about
Yeah.
you, Wes. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. It is like, and it speaks to, like, I think my perspective speaks to what you're alluding to there. Is like, I don't really love the comparisons. It's like one of my biggest gripes whenever I talk about women's football with friends or people come up to me, like within the first two sentences they will make some sort of comparison. And I think the biggest thing is to like try to enjoy it for what it is. And if when you keep comparing it, especially when you go out of your way to compare it, like it almost feels that sentiment coincides with like you wanting to like keep the sport down a bit. You know what I mean? Whereas like
Yeah.
with a bit more of an open mindset. Like it's just like the penalty series we discussed earlier. Like, yeah, you're able to compare it and whatnot, but like if you take that aspect away, like, or what I'm trying to say is like people were like so blind and like focused on the comparisons that they missed the amazing drama of the penalty shootout, and I feel like that symbolizes the way I feel about yeah, I guess women's football in particular, because of what it has to fight against perception wise and whatnot. Uh, but in the end it's simple. It's just entertainment, you know. So yeah, because I've been a fan of the game for a long time, I tend to be a bit in a bubble myself. So I'm always interested to hear from YouTube, because like you two are like way more in tune with like what the public what the public are saying, and yeah, which helps me keep me on my toes, and like even when I'm thinking, oh, like we're doing great and we're growing the sport, it like grounds me a little bit, like, oh, perhaps we're not as advanced as I may have hoped, you know. It's gonna continue to be a battle, but we're here for it.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
for sure.
can I say one thing? Like, Wes, I feel when we were working together, you were always someone that you just do as you just described. You loved the game, and it wasn't about that they were women or anything. And it was just, I remember we went through obviously a few tournaments, the World Cup being one, the one in Australia and New Zealand, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And you just were really into it, and you knew all these players because you just got into the tournament, you got into the game. So I think that's something to kind of to follow, to look at. I think that's just how you do.
Right. I appreciate those words, and
Yeah, of course.
like
Yeah.
if only it were that easy to apply that message to like millions or billions of people. Well, one at a time, perhaps.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
One at a time.
No, I agree. I think it's funny that in football is really this gender separation.
Yeah.
And then if you look at other sports, like, I don't know, like hurdles, if we're not going to say femcable is no one compared to whoever's doing it. We're not
So
saying
true.
that, because
so true.
we just say it's
Yeah.
the hurdles. We don't say it's the
Yeah.
women's hurdles. It is the men's hurdles. It's like,
Yeah.
what?
It's
So
nice
I don't, it's so weird,
Yeah.
but it's so separate.
It's like in your example, she's being talked about as like the world's elites
Yeah.
without any qualifiers. But then when you try to apply that to women's football, it's like, but and whatnot, and we'll follow by whatever excuse, you know what I mean? But like, it doesn't have to be like that. Like, you're okay. Yeah, you're okay enjoying it for what it is, whether it's better than men's or just it's different, and that's completely fine.
Well, that's actually one question for you guys, because does it work another way? Can you compare the women's and men's game when the women are better than the men? To give you an example, like the UK in England, when the women won, everyone was like, "Oh yeah, they're so much better than the men's. They've tried for so many years. They're look at them, like you were saying, Tammy, the first team in England to win outside of the UK. Like they were just, I don't want to say they were using that win, but they were just using that win to highlight how much better the women's team are to England. So do we accept that that's a positive comparison? Like, is that still all right sometimes? Because
Interesting point you're raising.
I think it's part of the problem. At the same
that's
time,
interesting.
it should be also a celebration. So
Right.
it's like, yes, you can say those things because it's valid. It's not out of thin air. Like when people say stuff like, the women's team cannot even play against my amateur club. That's stupid. Like, that's just stupid, right?
Yeah.
But if you celebrate it and there's actual data to prove, hey, we are better than the men's.
The
if you
data.
compare it like black and white, like this Euros with the men, Euros with the women, then yes, the England team, the women's are doing better. But
I see what you mean,
it's-
like the
it's
stats of it.
like, yeah.
Also, as we're trying to grow the sport collectively, I think that also provides some context to those comments or the comments that you just laid out, that were set out in the media, and I think it's not just a comparison for comparison's sake. It's also to help put it into perspective for a lot of fans who aren't in tune with the women's game, So applying like some male perspective in this case, uh, yeah, might just help of like further the discussion and help the growth. Obviously, in due time, like you hope it won't be necessary anymore, and it's like the lioness as well have one and without any reference, but yeah, I think as a growing product, it makes sense. It makes sense, and it definitely wasn't mentioned in a toxic way either. So yeah, all good.
Yeah. Anyway, speaking of positive things, this is not this is a positive thing. I think it should be. Let's end with a positive. Flag is up 6, right? Which is the transfer update. So there's a lot of transfers happening, and I don't want to mention all of them. But they broke the record again. So Olivia Smith,
Yeah.
a Canadian player, used to play for Liverpool. Arsenal bought her for £1 million, which is actually more than Naomi Girma last time that we talked about this.
Every episode, there's a new transfer record.
This is interesting. There is gore.
Suspicious.
So yeah, congrats to Olivia Smith. So yeah, £1 million is how many euros is that? 1.2 euros.
Oh my god!
I'll say a bit less. A bit less. I'm gonna say 1.14.
Something like that. Don't put us on.
Well, yeah.
Wait, are we?
Come to us for your financial advice.
Wait,
I don't know.
I thought
but
it was less. What, pounds or euros?
I'm not sure
Well,
about my stats anymore.
the pound is still stronger than the euro. I do know that.
Then it's,
Yeah, exactly.
But
no wait.
but that means it's more euros. So it's
Yes.
yeah.
Oh,
So
sorry.
I'm sticking with 1.14.
I was going less.
It's,
Oh,
it's
you're right.
definitely
You're right.
broken the 1
And
million.
this is why we
Yeah.
are podcast hosts and not mathematicians, right, guys?
Well, I'll still say come for us for your financial advice.
All right, I think we're about to wrap up here because we've been
No, I
talking
don't wanna
a
wrap
lot. What's happening
Oh,
in
yeah.
football now? So actually, we're in August. What is happening this month? The teams are playing a lot of friendly matches abroad. They have training camps. They want to prepare. Obviously, there's a lot of transfers happening, so they have to rebuild the teams, etc., etc. So when do the local leagues start again? Because nationally, the teams nationally, they have a bit of a break. They come back in, I think, October.
Maybe even September.
Maybe even September for the World Cup
Qualifiers.
players.
Oh, yeah.
So that's not later. But the leagues that are starting, so I have an overview here. The Liga F, I feel really old and just need glasses. The Liga F, which is the Spanish league, will start at the end of this month, so the 31st of August. The Bundesliga, which is the German league, September 5th. WSL, also September 5th. The French league, the Arkema Day1 league, is 6th of September. Eredivisie, here in the Netherlands, also 6th of September. And then for some reason, the Serie A, the Italian league, will start in October. 5th of
October.
Wow.
Interesting.
So yeah, lots to look forward to after the summer, meaning the new leagues, new teams, new players, new faces we have to get familiar with. And I'm curious to see what is going to happen.
Yeah.
Any teams you're
Nice.
looking forward to, Kyra? To see? Chelsea, obviously.
Yeah. I wanted to make an effort to watch more Liga F. I don't know. Do you guys?
Ooh, I like
offer-
that.
You can watch it on the Zone. It's free.
This was my next question. Is that where I watch? That's from next year.
Yeah.
Oh, from this season. It's still on the Zone, right?
Yeah, Liga F is on the Zone, and then Champions League is on Disney Plus.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Ah,
Oh, they have me subscribing to services. Like, do I need a Disney Plus subscription? My goodness. How much is it anyway?
I'll give you my
Oh.
login. You can have a
Oh,
Disney.
yeah. This is on camera though. How
All for the women's game, Wes.
Everything. Personally, I'm curious to see the London City Lionesses since they
Oh
promoted
yeah, good
Oh, good
shout.
for our
Good
USL.
shout.
And they've been harvesting a lot of players, including Daniela Fodderdo.
Yeah.
But also,
That's
I think
true.
the latest one was the Italian play that was also making a lot of impact at the Euros.
yeah.
So I'm really curious to see how they're going to do.
Have you taken a peek at their kits?
I did, and you
Oh.
know what? They even sell it on their website.
Wait, what?
You know where they sell it? At
Where?
Foodies.
Nike.
Oh,
Wait, where?
Foodies.
Foodies.
Oh.
But it's not there yet. So
It's not there.
Foodies had made a statement that said, we know there's going to be club assurance, but we just want to wrap up Euro shirts. And then I think at the end of August, they will a big launch of the club shirts.
Had you seen?
Wait, that makes it sound as if. Oh, sorry,
oh,
go
no,
ahead.
sorry, it's okay. We're originally. Have you guys seen any of what it looks like? Is there even
The
anything
London
out
City,
there?
I haven't seen any.
Oh,
Me
okay.
neither, though. But I'm curious.
But yeah, I'm going to get obvious. I'm going to get to fund the dog shirt.
Aren't they owned by the same owner as Lyon? Or am I making that up?
Yeah.
They are.
Cheryl Kong is the queen.
Yeah. I kind of want to root for them.
Yeah, me too.
Same
Underdog.
So,
new
yeah.
team.
So I'll keep an eye on them, and if for click, I'll be rooting. Maybe buy myself a kit at Booties.
Yes, let's do it. I think that's pretty much it, unless you have any ending remarks.
Final remarks. Yeah. Keep an eye on Feyenoord, of course, in the women's game. The other day I heard a statement that this season it's got to be the season they're able to close the gap with the more established clubs, because the women's branch of Feyenoord is new. Like they only started playing professionally since like 2021. But they have been investing quite a lot. I was like, at the time, they were like only the second team in the Eredivisie with a squad full of full-time players. Like obviously clubs like Twente and PSV had mostly full-time players, but not everyone. So, which made me proud a bit as a Feyenoord supporter. Like at least we're trying to do things the right way. But obviously, success on the pitch has been ups and downs. So keep an eye on them, and maybe that's a good storyline to follow.
I'm gonna keep
we'll
an eye on
see.
them. I'm curious.
There you go.
And we
Nice,
should
fine.
go to one of these games here in the Netherlands. And
Absolutely, yeah. Because we haven't done that, right? In Eredivisie.
No, I haven't. I almost
to the Champions League.
yeah.
Not the...
I almost went to an Eredivisie game last season because like sometimes they play in the big stadium, and I wanted to go to there were like Feyenoord against Excelsior towards the end of the season, but I ended up having double plans. Yeah, we
Let's organize it. And whoever wants to join these
leave a comment.
Enter the competition.
DM.
There's no competition.
All right, Kyra, any final remarks before I
Well,
wrap it up?
just to say what an amazing tournament. Switzerland did amazing. The country did amazing work. All the players did. All the teams turned up, and yeah, I just loved it. And here's to Brazil 2 years from now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Brazil.
Was in
Welcome.
Brazil? I didn't know that. Oh, speaking of Brazil,
Let's go.
wow, I need to start saving right now. I just speaking of Brazil, the other day I saw, because they had the South American tournament as well, and it was in the final was Brazil against Colombia, and it was 4-4 in the final. So yeah, so for the viewers out there, just look up those highlights. It was quite juicy. Obviously, Brazil still ended up winning, but yeah.
It's a great scoreline.
yeah.
8 goals.
Good. And you know what, Marta, the legendary Marta, she scored the equalizing goal like in the 96th minute, which is like of all people for Marta to do with like an amazing strike.
Fairy
No,
tale.
you have to watch her.
Yeah, we
Fairy
need
tale,
to-
absolutely.
Gotta see the highlights of that.
There's so much football to watch.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know.
Stay tuned for part 2.
Exactly.
Indeed. Anyway, I want to say big thanks to you both, Kyra, for online. Always appreciate you. Wesley, thank you for joining for the first time. We hope to have us board again.
Pleasure. We'll make it happen.
Then you have to wear a different kit. So every time you wear a different that's
Yeah. London City. It's coming.
yeah, for sure. All right, thanks everyone for watching. Keep an eye out on our podcast and our Instagram at Footie Femme Fatale. Like and follow and subscribe and all that jazz. And I'll see you in the next one. Okay.
Ciao.